Here's a better way to sell. Say goodbye to the hard sell. Hey guys, do you need to do sales but you don't want to? A lot of people say, I don't want to do sales because I don't want to force people to do something they don't want to do. Well, in this video I'm going to show you how to get rid of that hard sell, right? Make people feel comfortable and make them want to buy your product instead of feeling like they're pressured to buy it. And we're starting right now. Hey, I'm JR Fisher and I want to welcome you to my channel. If you're brand new here, I really appreciate you coming, and you need to do a couple things. Okay, first thing you need to do is subscribe. Go down there, click that button that says subscribe, click that button so you'll be subscribed, but you got to turn on notifications, which means you got to click that bell next to the subscribe button and click turn on all notifications. If you do that, of course I know you're gonna, when you do that, you are going to become part of the Fisher family and a VIP so that I can notify you every single time I do a video. In addition to that, I want to give you something for free, a $97 gift, 100% free. It's my e-commerce course. All you have to do is go down in the description, click the link, and you'll get access to it. No credit card required. All right, let's get on this selling thing and make it a whole lot easier and get better results. Okay, first off, what is selling? I mean, really, what is selling? Selling has been, associated with pressure and difficult and hard to do, and salesmen, with the checkered coats and the bad ties, and that's not what selling really is. Selling is providing a service. Matter of fact, the definition is the exchange of a commodity for money, the action of selling something. Now, that commodity could be a digital item, it could be a physical item, either one. Let's look at some of the steps. Number one is do your research. Okay, what do they want? Figure out what these people want before you go out and try to sell them something. Number two, super important, be honest. Don't lie. You don't need to lie to sell your product, and if you do, you're either selling the wrong product or you're selling it, or something's wrong. You don't need to do that. Just be honest about what your product is and what it's going to provide to that end user. Number three, build rapport. Rapport is like one of the most important things you can do. Now, when I talk about building rapport, what I'm talking about is really getting to know the person, and this is super important, because if you can spend time up front getting to know somebody and knowing what their needs and wants and desires are, and they get to know you, you have a whole lot better chance of actually selling that person a product. So when I deal with people, especially if I'm doing a coaching call or something like that, and they're going to be a coaching client, I want to know about their family. I want to know, are they married? Do they have kids? Do they have a dog? What are their hobbies? And they should know the same things about me. They should know what my background is and what my family dynamics are, because all those things should match up. Now, not every product you're going to go in that much depth. Okay, you're not going to do that. However, I do it because if I'm doing a coaching program with somebody where I'm actually going to be coaching them, I need to know if they have the same morals, if they have the same ideas, if they have the right work ethic. All these things are going to come into play, and if none of those things match up, then we're probably not going to work out well, and I won't be able to coach them the way I need to coach them. So sometimes I'll come across those people that want to be coached, and I'll find out some stuff about them and it's not quite right, and I just let them know I don't think it'll be a good match. That adds to another thing is, if your product's not a good match for somebody, if it's not going to help them, don't sell it to them. Okay, number one, that's the number one thing. Don't sell somebody something that it's not going to benefit them. It's got to be a benefit for them. Your benefit is whatever money you get, whatever value you get, but it also has to benefit them. Number four is ask questions. This is so very important, because I see so many salespeople just talking about their product, and they don't really ask questions about the individual. These questions are really important. I used to be in the automotive industry, and when somebody was buying a vehicle, I would say to them, what are you going to use the vehicle for? How many miles a year do you drive? Do you use it for vacations? And I would ask all these questions for several reasons. Is first off, when I ask these questions, I would know what the best product would be for them, and secondly, if let's say we were selling them a truck and that particular truck had a certain tow capacity, I may ask them, what are they going to tow with it? Is it going to be a boat? Is it a trailer? And when they tow, where are they going to go to? They tell me what lake they're taking their boat to, or what campground they're taking their camper to. And actually, when I'm asking these questions, they're starting to visualize all these things with my product, and as they visualize it mentally, they're starting to buy the product a little bit more and a little bit more. more as they visualize all these things, because it's really hard to imagine, you know, my trailer, my camping trailer, and this new truck hooked to it going to a campground without actually seeing that picture in my mind. So this actually helps me to sell that product to that customer. Number 5 is make them want what you have. That's so very important, and the way you're going to make them want what you have is to not just tell them all the features of that product, but let them know all the benefits of that product. You know, one thing I would always say when somebody says, you know, I need to buy a new car, and I would say, why? And let's give you an example. They would say, well, you know, I need to because I got in a car accident. And I said, oh my gosh, what happened? And they would tell me, they would say, well, you know, I was driving one day and it had been raining. It hadn't rained in a long time, and the streets were really slick, and I got to an intersection and I stepped on the brakes to stop, and the car's brakes locked up and it slid through the intersection and I got hit. So, you know, one of the things I may talk about on the new car are the safety features of the car, the anti-lock brakes on that car, how the brakes won't lock up on it, because those are things that I know will solve that person's problems. Number 6 is demonstrate usefulness. Okay, that product, that service has to be useful to a customer. So if I'm talking to somebody about maybe some of my courses, I have Facebook ads course, which is a great course, you ought to check that out, but I have a Facebook ads course. I talk about the usefulness of that. They can refer back to the different steps when they're running a Facebook ad. They'll know how to do images, they'll know how to do text, they'll know how to set up the ad, they'll know all the different types of ads, they'll know how to, you know, monitor their ads, how to automate their ads, all within this course, and that's going to be very beneficial to them. So I let them know all that. Number 7, use testimonials. Over the years I've acquired a lot of testimonials, and the number one way I've acquired testimonials is how? By asking for them. Okay, so if you don't have testimonials right now, you can get them, but you got to ask for them. People don't generally just make a video and send it to you about how great you are, or write a letter and tell you how great you are. You actually have to enlist in asking them to do that particular thing. But if people see testimonials, oh my gosh, they're like, well, wow, this person likes them and this person likes them. When you get testimonials, try to get them from people from all walks of life. Now, I deal with people that are business people. I deal with people, you know, had manual labor jobs. I deal with people who had no experience selling online, and I deal with people with all different ages. So when I do these testimonials and these videos, I try to get people that don't look alike. And the reason I want to do that is I don't know what my particular customer in front of me that's going to buy right now looks like. You know, maybe there's somebody who had tons of experience and, you know, they know what they're doing. Maybe there's somebody who doesn't even know how to type like myself, and they didn't have any technical experience. Maybe they're older, maybe they're younger. So if you get all these very different types of testimonials, that's really going to help your credibility and help your sales. Number 8, tell a story. Stories are so very important, and I've already done that in this video. If you notice, I told some stories, and it helps keep your interest. If you have a good story about your product, tell it. If you don't have a good story about your product, get you one. Okay, talk about how it's helped somebody out or how it's helped you out. Maybe it's an exercise program that you're talking about, and that exercise program, you can talk about how you lost 75 pounds in 6 months and exactly what you did and all the struggles you went through, and that's how you stumbled upon this process that actually helped you lose weight, and it can help them too. So that's a story right now that I've associated with my product. Number 9, use trial questions. Trial questions are great, and what trial questions are is trying to get a lot of yeses out of my customer before I get to the big yes, which is to actually buy my product. So some trial questions may be, do you see how this Facebook ads course in figuring your budget will help you out? Do you like that part of it? They say, yes, I really do. Do you see how this software can help you automate your business and get better results for the ads that you're doing or for the products that you're putting online? And they say, yes, I do. And I keep doing these questions about my product and asking them if they see the benefit of that for them, because if they keep saying yes to this, if they say yes 4 or 5 times, I've got a much better chance of actually selling them the product. Now some people say, well, I don't want to ask them those things, because what if they say no? What if they say it's not beneficial to them? What if they say they don't like it? Well, then they don't like it, and you're probably not going to sell them your product. But better that you find out halfway through your presentation than you go to the very end and they just give you a no and you've wasted all your time. Number 10, This is a big one. Don't be afraid of no's. A lot of people don't want to sell because they're afraid somebody's going to say no to them. And I got news for you. People are going to say no to you. That happens. This just happens. As a matter of fact, across the board, there's that 80-20 rule, and about 80% of the people are going to say no to you. 80%, that's pretty high. And if you look at online sales, when they click through to your website, what's much higher than that? It's like 97-98% of the people are going to say no to your sales page or whatever your message is. Only about 1 or 2% are actually going to convert and buy your product. So you got to understand that up front. Don't be afraid of no's. No's just get you that much closer to the yes. And I'm going to give you a bonus one. Number 11 is what? It's a numbers game. It's just a numbers game. That's all it is. You know, there are literally billions of people in the world, and you don't need billions to make a lot of money. You know, you just need a few thousand. They say with 1,000 loyal followers, subscribers, buyers, you can make a living. So basically it's a numbers game. You need to just keep putting your message out there. You need to keep tweaking your message, keep tweaking your presentation. If it's a VSL, keep testing different VSLs, test different pages that you put it on. There's so many different things you can test. The point is, it's a numbers game. You need to drive traffic to whatever your offer is, do your presentation to as many people as you can, and overall you'll start to get good results. Now you've got my 10 steps to being a better salesperson and doing better, and you got to admit that makes you feel a little bit more confident hearing these things. And you got to admit it's a little bit easier than you think too, because it's not about forcing people to buy things they don't want to buy. It's about providing a great product and a great service and making them feel good about buying from you. Now if you like this video, give me a thumbs up down there. Don't forget to comment. If you've tried some sales techniques that work, or you're having problems with sales, type that in the comment section below. I would love to hear your comments about that. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, you need to do so. You need to click that subscribe button down there right now and turn on notifications. Click that bell next to it and click turn on all notifications so that I can put you in the VIP group, part of the Fisher family, so you can get notified every time I do a video. Don't forget, there's a free e-commerce course down there too. Just click the link and learn. No credit card required. It's a $97 value. Thanks so much for listening to this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.